Step 1. Identify your authentic self. Living with integrity means not settling for less than what you know you deserve in your relationship. Asking for what you want and need from others. Speaking your truth, even though it might create conflict or tension. Behaving in ways that are in harmony with your personal values. Making choices based on what you believe and not what others believe. Barbara DeAngelis. The invitation to tell me about yourself is most often extended during job interviews. It's an important question, yet few of us ask it in other settings. Even more rarely do we ask it of ourselves. Your answer to, "Who am I?" sheds light on your life and career path, your desires, your strengths, and your weaknesses. So, who are you? Are you sure about that? Our self-identity is constantly changing. Think about it. We have different identities at every life phase. We evolve from the innocence of our childhood years into the confusion and anticipation of our teenage years, into the excitement and challenges of young adulthood, and then into our midlife selves when we are busy with our own families and careers, growing later on into our wise senior years, complete with their empty nests. What a glorious, mysterious journey we embark upon in this lifetime. It's all about change, and the better we are at understanding ourselves at each milestone we encounter along the way, the happier and more fulfilled we will be. For most of us, the basis of our identity is found within our family of origin and is reinforced by any parts of our family history that are known to us. However, there are many whose identity cannot be based on their background because they have no connection to it. For instance, those who have been adopted and have little knowledge of their birth parents. Either way, we all have to answer the question, who am I? Many people will answer by saying they're a wife, a daughter, a son, a grandmother, or they will identify themselves by their profession. I'm a teacher, I'm a banker, or a student. But these are not the real you. The real you is that authentic, reliable, genuine essence that makes up who you really are. The real you is what makes you the kind of daughter, son, teacher, student, or banker you are. Once you open yourself to learning about who you are and what it is that makes you tick, answers will come streaming in from unexpected sources and places. I found my authentic self when I first arrived in the USA from Zimbabwe. I worked in a nursing home as a nursing assistant for 6 years. After 2 years of working full-time and going to school for a degree in computer science, I met a family that was bringing their mother, Miss Mary, into the nursing home. Miss Mary was in a wheelchair. She was crying and screaming at her children, asking them why they were not able to take care of her at her home and demanding to know why she had to be in a nursing home. She accused her children of not appreciating all she had done for them. It was a horrible thing to see and hear. I asked them to take Miss Mary to a private room where I sat and talked to the family and tried to calm them all down. I assured Miss Mary that we would take good care of her, that we would treat her with respect and dignity as if she were our own mother. I promised the children that we would do everything we could to make their mother comfortable and to help her feel at home. I spoke to them until the charge nurse ordered me to go back to my assigned work. It was heart-wrenching to leave them, but as I turned to go, I saw that Miss Mary had stopped crying, and she and her children were talking to one another without yelling. I made it a point to stop back by the room before I left that day, and I also went to see Miss Mary every day to make sure she was all right. I was just doing my job, but little did I know that I was on a path to finding my authentic self. One day, I stopped by to see Miss Mary, and she asked me what courses I was taking in school. I told her I was pursuing a computer science degree. She shook her head in disagreement and said, "You are not a computer person. You are a social worker." She went on to explain that the way I had spoken to her and her family when they arrived at the nursing home that first day, reassuring them and then following up to be sure she was all right, was exactly what social workers do. She told me that I was so at ease when talking to her and the family. It appeared to be natural for me to console and help others. It was something I was really good at. I had helped her and her family through one of their darkest days. I was shocked. First of all, I had no idea that I could make a living by talking to people. And second, I had no idea that I had made such an impact on Miss Mary and her family. It was a wonderful feeling. Miss Mary suggested that I speak to the nursing home social worker and ask her about a career in social work. I had long admired that social worker, this woman who always came in to help new families adjust to life at the nursing home. But I have to confess that what I liked the most about her was the way she dressed in pretty suits and high heels every day. I had no idea that what she did for a living was so exciting, or that I could actually be like her, and hey, even wear suits like her. The next day, I took Miss Mary's advice and spoke to the social worker. The woman was extremely negative about her profession and my chances of succeeding in it. She told me it was nearly impossible to get into any of the graduate programs without experience. She said it was especially difficult to get into the Boston University program that she had graduated from. Well, I went straight to Miss Mary's room and declared that I was going to be a social worker. And I even knew which college I was going to attend to earn my social work degree, Boston University. I was so excited to think that I could have a job I loved, a job I was born to do, that not even the social worker's lack of encouragement could stop me. To just be myself, talking to and helping people and getting paid more money than I had ever made before. My excitement and optimism overshadowed every bit of that social worker's negativity. I knew that if other people were able to get into Boston University's social work program, then it was possible for me too. I am proud to say that I am today a graduate of Boston University. When you know who you are, what you stand for, and what you want, you'll find that it is entirely possible to shift out of neutral and start moving forward with your life. Think about it. The shift you must make in order to find your power to see the light and shift into the next phase of your life. Your work and your finances is to move your attention from the outside world to the inside you. Know who you are, accept and acknowledge your own brilliance. Stop waiting for others to tell you how great you are. Believe it for yourself and about yourself. Today's small shift. Look yourself in the mirror and acknowledge that you are a powerful and brilliant child of God. Know that you are the one who can determine how people will see you and remember you.